stupid, dumb, retarded, dependent, weird, creepy. RSP stands for retarded, stupid people. These are the words and phrases that I heard in the hallways, in class, and from my peers throughout the school day. My name is Jessica Rydelsky, and I was a former special ed student and intern for special needs children. It is vital that these kids feel safe throughout the school day in order for them to learn. Special education is vital because it integrates technical teaching tie-ins for students with special disabilities. It is a rewarding career choice, and it is beneficial for these kids to be in these programs. I am going to speak to you guys today about 3 different points that I'll be talking about throughout my speech. Point number 1 is the technique tie-ins that teachers oftentimes will use to just get different information into the kids. Point number 2 is why this is a beneficial career. And point number 3, why it is a good way for these kids to be tied into school and everyday life with the people around them. As I had mentioned before, my point number 1 is teaching tie-ins and techniques are used for various reasons and for many different students, whether it's from severe autism to learning disabilities to cerebral palsy. As Mark Worley would say in his article on early childhood special education research, he states that for early intervention for kids with special disabilities, they must be identified in a timely fashion, meaning that they have to be identified quickly so the teacher can pick different techniques that they've learned in the past from mentors to tie that into the kids' lessons. Another excellent quote by Donald Albin from his book, Speech Communication, an redemptive introduction. He says that special education teachers help develop individualized education programs, which is IEPs, for children with special needs. The different techniques that teachers can use is memory games or flashcards for certain things. And another thing that teachers also use, that was used on me, is this little card right here. It has the different up, down, right, and left arrows that are different colors that teachers would time and say the color of the right arrow or the down arrow. And there's also different colored words down here for kids to read off of, and they would either have to say the word or the color of that word or skip every other word and what that color means while they are also paying attention to it. Now that I have said and informed you on the teaching tie-ins or the techniques that teachers oftentimes will use for kids with disabilities, I'm going to move on to my second point. My second point is that this is a rewarding career choice. The reason why this is a rewarding career choice is because special education teachers take great pride in teaching kids and seeing kids' eyes light up when they get something. In his book by Donald Albin, a Speech Communication, a redemptive introduction, he says that teachers design and teach appropriate curriculum and assign work geared toward students' needs and abilities. This helps them with tying in different things that some students would need to learn that they have difficulties on, as my teachers did for me. They helped me in that way with getting more things down and better things for me to understand. My third point, as I had mentioned in the beginning of this video, is why it is beneficial for these kids. It's beneficial for these kids because they get to see their peers in a different light than they do in classrooms when they're with other kids that may have similar or vastly different disabilities than they have. In his article by Mark Harvey, Transition into the Field of Special Education, he states that special education services are designed to incorporate all students with disabilities and provide them with the opportunity to serve in public schools. And this helps them kind of get to know the different students around in that area. Another quote by Donald Alvin is that special education teachers enjoy the challenge of spending time with kids with special disabilities and getting to know them on a personal level. This also helps teachers integrate different things and get to know their students on a personal level. Now that I've well informed you guys on all of the different techniques and career choices and why it benefits kids in a special way, I hope that you guys will further look into the field of special education and teaching. Thank you.